You know that feeling, right? When you walk past some old, abandoned house and you just get this shiver down your spine. You can't help but wonder what secrets are hiding behind those silent walls. Well, tonight, we're actually going inside one of those places. This is the story of the silent house and a very particular room, the one without a lock.
But before we dive in, a quick word of caution. This story, it comes with its own warning. So seriously, get comfortable, maybe dim the lights a bit, because this one might just stick with you.
So, where does a story like this begin? Well, you know how it is. It almost always starts somewhere simple. This one, it kicks off with a group of friends and a pretty foolish dare.
Okay, let's meet our crew. We've got 5 friends, and honestly, they have no idea what they're walking into. First up, there's Ali. He's the cameraman, so he's basically our eyes here. Then you've got Hamza, the classic jokester, the guy who tries to laugh off the fear. Saad is the anxious one. His gut is practically screaming at him to turn back. We've got Bilal, the quiet one, the observer who sees the little things everyone else misses. And last but not least, Usman, the skeptic. He's the one who needs proof for everything, and oh boy, is he about to get it.
Now, don't get it twisted. These guys aren't professional ghost hunters. Not even close. They weren't looking for spirits. They were chasing views. Clout. This was all about a content mission, a big play for online fame. The goal here wasn't about finding the truth, it was about going viral.
And what was the bait? The perfect local legend. That's what. The silent house. It's one of those urban myths everyone whispers about. And at the center of it all is this paradox. A room that's never, ever locked, but anyone who goes in, well, they don't come back the same. For a group of guys chasing fame, this was the absolute perfect story.
And just like that, the dare was on. They show up to the house deep in the night. And you know all that joking and laughing from before? Yeah, that died the second they got out of the car. The air got cold. This is where everything starts to go wrong. The second they cross the threshold, the vibe is just wrong. The air feels heavy, like it's thick with dust and years of silence. They start moving through the rooms, cautiously. And it's what you'd expect. Broken furniture, decay everywhere. But then they see the photos. Old family pictures on the walls. But in every single one, the faces are just scratched out violently. And then at the very end of this long, dark hall, they see it. A single door, unlocked, just waiting. And this is it. This is that moment, right? The point of no return. Ali, with his camera rolling, whispers the question. Nobody says yes, but, and this is the important part, nobody says no. They're all in. Okay, part 3. This is it. They step over that threshold and right into the heart of the legend.
The very instant the last guy gets inside, bam! The door doesn't just click shut. It slams, a loud, violent slam that just echoes in the dead silence. The trap has just been sprung.
And it is instant panic. They're throwing themselves at the door, but it won't budge. Not an inch. You can hear Hamza's voice crack as he's screaming, "There's no lock! There's no lock!" And he's right, there is no lock. But it doesn't matter. That door is sealed tight, like it was never a door to begin with.
And then, cutting right through all that panic, a sound, a whisper. It sounds like it's right there in the room with them. It's cold, it's old, and it's basically saying one thing. You messed up. Big time.
That's when the room itself just breaks. It starts to stretch, getting bigger and bigger, impossibly big. And you hear Bilal just scream, a sound of pure terror. Where are the walls? The rules of physics are gone. There's nothing but a huge, swallowing darkness all around them.
And their tech, their only connection to the real world, it just starts dying. First, the main camera flickers and goes dark. Then, one by one, their flashlights start to fail. Poof, poof. They're being plunged into total blackness. Soon, the only thing left is the tiny little recording light on Ali's camera, just barely holding back the dark.
And in that last, pathetic little flicker of light, they see something. Someone. It's standing there in the dark. Tall, motionless. And as it gets closer, they realize its face isn't a face. It's just moving shadows. A swirling void where a face should be. A void that looks like it's breathing.
Right as this thing reaches for them, right when you think it's all over, something changes. But the nightmare isn't ending. No, it's just moving on to the next part, the escape. Just as suddenly as it slams shut, the door swings open.
Just open. No sound, no explanation. A silent invitation to get the hell out. And you better believe they don't hesitate for a second. They run. They just burst out of that house, into the night air, gasping, running. They don't stop until they're a safe distance away. And when they finally catch their breath, when they finally take a head count, there are only 4. It's Hamza, the jokester, who says the name that's on everyone's mind, the question they're all terrified to ask. Usman, the skeptic. He's not there. He didn't make it out.
But the story, it doesn't end there. Not by a long shot. Because what they found next, or what they didn't find, that might be the most terrifying part of this whole thing.
They actually force themselves to go back in, screaming his name. But when they get to that hallway, there's nothing. Just a wall. An empty, solid wall. The door is gone. The room is gone. The whole nightmare, it's like it never even happened.
A few days later, Ali manages to get that busted camera to power on, just for a split second. But it's long enough. It's long enough to capture one last, single frame. And in it is Usman. He's standing there, alone in the dark. And right behind him is that thing with the shadow face. Only this time, it looks like it's smiling.
The friends, they never speak about that night again. But for Ali, the cameraman, it's not over. Sometimes, late at night, when he's all alone, he hears it. That same cold whisper from the room. It seems they might have left the house, but something from inside didn't stay behind. And that's where our story ends. It's a pretty chilling reminder, isn't it, that some mysteries are probably best left alone. It really leaves you with one last, unsettling thought. We all pass by doors in our lives, doors that seem open, almost inviting. The real question is, which ones have you walked past?